Hey everyone, Geeky here with more We Happy Few. This is actually my second attempt at recording this. But I did actually record it, and then it turned out real janky. I'm not sure why. It was just super jerky, and I don't know. I thought it was, and then I had my sister look at it to make sure it was, and sure enough, it was pretty damn bad. I believe I fixed it. So, cross your fingers with me, because I really don't want to have to play all this again, because this is almost the same as the early access, so I've played all of it a lot. I came back here because I wanted to note something real quick that I thought was interesting. You'll note here on the redactor that your options on your redactor are approve, which is where they say it's okay for other people to see, and restore, where they black it out. So just a small little thing, but nice to kind of show the...
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
To show that the sort of thought process in these sort of things, where they never want to call it what it is. You know, they're going to call it something better. I don't know, it's a small touch, but I really like it. But yeah, so this is my third attempt at playing this. Or no, second attempt, sorry. Can't even count. I have yet to ever find anything in any of these. But if you think that's going to stop me from looking, just in case, you would be wrong. When I was experimenting with the sound, so that means I've actually made this through. This is my third time getting all the way here. I sat and listened to this whole thing. It's very, very long. The first time I sat and listened to it... the whole way, that does not say on holiday game. That says out for lunch. Get your head out of your butt. The first time I did, I sat through it, and it's really, really long. This is the elevator. Out for lunch. Okay. It's just really, really, really long. I got a little note saying that a note had been made about it, but I don't know where to actually find that. If I do find it, I'll pull it up and we can read it together, and it'll be faster than him talking. Happy is the country that has no history. It's never too late to have a happy past. Truth has its place. But yeah, so if it seems like I'm rushing through this a little bit, it's kind of because I've now played this all the times in the early access. This has all been very similar, and I've now played it through like 3 times in the past week, and so I'm a little over this part of it. But this I'm excited about, this next part, because this is when things start getting interesting. With the piñata party.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out.
Oh, it's making a horrible sound.
Hit it! Hit it!
Okay, so one, it doesn't sound... Okay, one, it sounds awful when you hit it, so I'd rather not. And 2, what the fuck are you doing with a whiting crop? That's not gonna do fucking anything against a goddamn piñata.
Smash it! Go on, smash its silly face off!
I'll smash your silly
Go on,
face
give it
off.
a big old whack!
No.
What are you waiting for? Come on.
I wonder if I could wait here long
Come
enough
on,
that they'd
smash
start to get
Go on,
pissed off at
smash
me.
its silly face off!
Wow.
Smash it!
Oh, ew. Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Oh god. Ew. I've seen it before and it's gross every time. Oh, she licks her fingers and somehow makes it worse.
Take one of mine.
Fuck your pill and fuck you.
He's a downer. Call security.
I like your hat though.
We've got a downer.
Oh, mob mentality is such a
Probably a bad
wonderful
time for
thing.
us for that raise.
Maybe just a little bit. Danger, high voltage. Can't look through any of these cabinets, I notice. C for sneak. Alright. Oh! Ha! I did not go through that door. I got near the door and it forced me to go through it. Run, bitch, run! Get your dumb ass out of there. pipe! Get the pipe! Smack him! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck me.
You smelled gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget him, there's no time.
So here you can see the game getting built, generating world, laying out map features, compacting world. I believe I've mentioned this in my first part of this playthrough, but just in case I didn't, the world is procedurally generated, which what that means, if for anyone who doesn't know, is that there's no set map. When the world is created, it's created randomly. Obviously, there are certain things in specific places, simply so that way, you know, you can move forward in the game. Obviously, like, you know, so there's some progress, but in general, it's all random. So every single time you play the game, it's supposed to be different.
Christ, how far did those bastards chase me? There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
Where'd my pipe go? It was a good pipe. I want my pipe. Yeah, fuck it.
Well, I'm not getting out that way.
Well, that's unfortunate. You know, this red light does jack shit if you write in red, so I can't fucking read anything. Caution, authorized personnel. Keep off tracks. So we must be near a train station then. Off tracks, right? Wear your safety helmet and gloves at all times. Well, I don't got safety helmet, I don't got gloves, so I'm just gonna keep doing me.
Those bobbies seem to have locked me in. I suppose they were worried about the gas. Terribly thoughtful of them.
Caution, author. Okay, more tracks. Danger, high voltage. I think I'm gonna have to change that. I don't like that being there. It's very kind of distracting visually. I'm gonna do it now because I keep saying I should do it in my other playthrough and I never did. I think it's here. Compass is always visible. Game ticks notification. Display current objective. Maybe that one? No, that's not it. This is terribly interesting for you guys, I'm sure. Quick stops, time, always on. 3D. There we go, I think that's it. Turn that back on. There we go. Oh, and we can save game. I'm gonna do that right now because I keep having to replay this shit. It's getting a little bit tiring, guys. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. So, do not open. Authorized personnel only. I'm authorizing myself. I don't know why I closed the doors behind me. Some coins. There is a sovereign, which is very, very, very hard to see. Oh, so, okay, I will be doing some British English to American English translation for this, because I don't know what other people know. I know a lot of British euphemisms because I read a lot of fanfiction set in the UK, and so you end up totally desperation. No admittance. So I know, like, words that... Glass bottle and cloth scrap. Awesome. Part storage. Fuck you, radio. So I'll do a little bit of translating in case someone watching doesn't know. So bobbies is a British euphemism for cops. That's probably fairly self-explanatory. I don't know what I got there. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. We'll go back and we'll look at my inventory in a minute. Point tools away from you. And if I find anything else, like if I see any other words, but I know when I was playing this before, there were a couple words I noticed, and I thought to myself, I bet people who don't read a lot of fanfiction set in the UK will not know what that is. So I'll try to explain the ones I think maybe aren't more well known, so in case you don't know them, you won't be left in the dark. Rupert Underhill memo menu. 6th October 1964 to Mr. James Watt, Chief Engineer from Rupert Underhill Station 4. He's not off his joy, he's lost the plot completely, and he's hoarding all the carrots, and he growls at me when I try to eat mine. I'm going to try to talk sense to him. Then I'm coming back to the village, duty be damned. Alright, and then let's see, okay, we already read these. These are the ones we read in the first part. This is new. What were you thinking? Well, Arthur, you've gone and done it, haven't you? Not only rather spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. The townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or they would if we hadn't eaten them 20 years ago. The Wastrels do not seem terribly friendly. We haven't met any yet, so you're jumping the gun a little bit there, dude. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh god, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands, which means I've got to get back to the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. So off the islands, I would assume that means he wants to get to the main part of Europe. Okay, I'm really bad with geography, guys, and I'm really bad with knowing the correct things to call things. So if I call something wrong, I apologize. So my assumption would be he wants to get out of Britain and onto the main European continent. Which might maybe is yeah. Okay, so question, what in dog's name were you thinking? Answer, Percy, I saw his picture from just before we put them all on the train. God, all that horrible grinding steel and the screams. How he must hate me. Yeah, the first time I read that, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened to the kids? Grinding steel and screams? Did they just fucking kill the kids? But then later but yeah, so, and then I got a little further on in the letter. Why did I tell the Jerrys I was already 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut and get on the train and go off to Germany with him like I promised him? I can't remember, but I promised him. That's got to mean something. I've got to go find Percy wherever he is and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats? So obviously he is assuming Percy's still alive. Very optimistic of him, because I would assume if a bunch of children were taken away from their parents and then never given back, I probably would assume horrible things. And I am in fact assuming horrible things. And so even if Percy's alive, you really think he wants to see you? You just forgot about him for, like, what, fucking... I mean, in the picture, so it says he was 13. He has to, at least at this point, be mid-20s. So it's got to have been at least 10 years. Possibly more. Well, you know, we could actually know exactly how long it's been if I could remember dates for anything that we read in the newspapers. But I can't, so somebody else can figure that out. Because, I mean, we have a date... We don't have a date here, but I think we have we have a date here. So we could figure out how long it's been. Okay, so we're at the story quest, Wellington Under. Find a way up and out. October 10th, 1964 at 7 a.m. Where the hell am I? Somewhere into the Garden District, I think. I suppose I won't know until I can get topside. I need to find some way up and out. Okay, so we can untrack encounter. And we can show quest on map. They just, did you see them jiggle all over the place? I don't know why, I found that really funny. It was like jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Sorry. Okay, so a big part of this game is crafting. So we will be crafting quite a bit. Here you can see the basic crafting components I have right now. A dirty bandage, which stops bleeding but can cause infection. Okay, this proper suit continually, it just fucking cracks me up and will never not crack me up. Alright. You can make a crafting suit out of a cloth scrap and a sewing kit. What kind of fucking Project Runway bullshit is this? What kind of, like, master, like, sewing person is Arthur to take a fucking cloth scrap and sew a complete proper suit out of it? I mean, okay, you could probably get away with a lot of mistakes because everybody in the country is high as a fucking kite all the goddamn time. But still, come on. Come on. let's be honest here. So we got a Jimmy bar and a lockpick. Don't have any metal bits though. So the Jolly umbrella is something I got for pre-ordering. And I guess these are stuff I can do to it. Adds damage and shock attack to the Jolly Brawly. Still considered non-lethal as puffins are fish for Lent. Okay, so the first playthrough I did of this, I had no fucking clue what that meant. My sister, I had her watch the first attempt so she could confirm it was awful, but she decided to watch the whole way through because she's sweet. And so the first time, I had no idea what was happening, but she looked this up. So the Pope at some point officially declared that puffins the bird was not considered meat, and thus you could eat them for Lent. And for anyone who doesn't know Catholicism, Lent is when you're supposed to abstain. On the Friday of every Lent, you're supposed to abstain from meat. So you're not supposed to have any meat, and that leaves basically, fish. But except for puffins. Apparently puffins are fish for Lent. The weird-ass things you learn about the world. So it's considered non-lethal as puffins are fish for Lent. So basically it's considered non-lethal, but let's be honest, it's probably going to kill them. They're barely alive. Or probably the idea is they'll barely be alive. They'll barely be alive. Okay, and so then this adds damage and a fire attack to the not-so-jolly brawly. These seem like much later things I can get in the game. Specifically the advanced machine bits and the fine linen probably will take me a while to get. The Jubilator Activator is probably also much further into the game. And then this will be like medicines and pills later, if it's anything like the early access. So this is my inventory. Here I have, I guess I can wear hats. I don't know if I could wear hats in other versions. There's my proper suit. I guess this is pants. Right now I'm not wearing pants, apparently. Who needs pants, right? I mean, fuck pants. Okay, and so then, if I have a healing item, it goes in this one. Eating goes in this one. Paperclip? What the fuck does that mean? Goes in this one. And then, I assume joy or other various medications go in that one. So various things I have on me. Scotch, which will make me drunk, but I can use to bribe blue bobbies, not apparently other colors, just the blue ones. Decreases stamina drain while sprinting. Crafting ingredient. Distracting and harm. Crafting ingredient. I'm skipping over this for the moment. So here's my vitals. Health. Joy is how high I am, because I can find joy later on and take it. It becomes actually a part of the stealth mechanic, believe it or not. So if you're in the district where people are not off their joy, it can be very easy for them to notice you are not high as a kite. And so if you can take some joy so you blend in. I don't know what the memory loss is. I don't know what that is. As far as I was aware, that was not in any of the early access. Here you see fatigue, hunger, and thirst. I actually really adore the mechanic in the game. Most of the time I think it's in the game to make it unnecessarily harder, just to prove that you can survive for no real reason. Unless it's the only point to the game is the survival mechanic. It's not one of my more favorite things to have in games. This game, I really, really love it. And here's why. In this game, when you get into the parade district, which is the district that's not a mess and that has quote-unquote normal people, so people who are still high on joy, and you get thirsty, you cannot just drink out of the water sources there. You cannot just drink out of the water. Sorry, I got distracted by my phone. You cannot just drink out of the water sources there because they all have joy automatically put in them. So you're in a case where unless you are well prepared and you come in with a lot of untainted water, or you have the ability to get the joy out of the water, you're fucked, basically. You're gonna get high as a kite. I don't have any armor. My movement speed is a 30, 35. My encumbrance is 100. Sorry if this is boring to any of you, but my sister told me she actually liked this part. So, specifically this part. So, these are the skills. This is completely brand new. Never seen this before. Well, except in my the last playthrough that didn't go well. But before that, I'd never seen this before. So, this is all really, really new to me. Alright, so these are so I have specific Arthur stats. I have combat, which I probably will not put a lot into. I am generally not a confrontational person in real life or in video games. I'd much rather sneak up behind people and whap and like knock them out. Stealth, and then something called super duper. So Arthur is the odd man out. He's defensive and sarcastic. He's English and repressed, apparently. I don't know what the fuck that does for me, but okay. He runs quite fast, so he runs and walks faster than any other character, because there are 2 other characters we'll get to later on. And then he's unremarkable. He can hide in plain sight, for example, on benches, if not in line of sight of angry people. So we have combat. And, let's see, extra health. Yeah, more extra health. Less damage. So that might be probably the only thing I would really put any skill points into, but that would probably be later down the road, and or if I start dying a hell of a lot. Alright, so I can do charged attacks, which will damage them more. Block party, I can block, which will knock down my enemy. Chain sweep, so I will do damage to multiple targets. Yeah, it looks like it has to be a specific sort of weapon, maybe, with a side effect. I don't know. I can hit even harder, and I can possibly stun them. Blockbuster. I have the chance to break my enemy's weapon as well as stun them. Now I have unarmed combat. Combat does more damage on unarmed combat, and I can make them bleed. Oh, no. Okay, so it's unarmed combat for this one, but this one is just more damage, period, and this one is just make them bleed more often. And stealth, so the stuff I'll probably be doing. Quietly choke people unconscious from behind, smother them unconscious in their beds. This one cracks me up because, how hard is it to smother someone in their bed? Right? Like, that's fucking hilarious to me. I'm the one, but I mean, I'll give them credit here. To smother someone and, you know, make sure you don't kill them as well probably does take at least a little bit of skill. But still, come on, game. Just give me this skill. This is so, it's so silly. Ear to the ground. Notice footsteps from further away, which I did not even know was a thing, so that's something new in the game. I don't think there were footsteps. I don't think the footsteps were even a thing in my early access. Tech-friendly. Various alarm systems, it looks like. I don't know what the little whirly Madoo thing up here is. I've never seen one of those before. So I assume alarm systems take longer to alert people to me. Smooth talker, make people trust you more. This cracks me up, this video up here, where it's like, push the police officer and then just wave at him. And he's like, oh, okay. Guess that never happened. Whatever. Sprint quietly. Tippy toes, sprint quietly. Night stalker, harder to see at night. Nothing to see here. This would be great. Right now, if you go outside at night, you will get in trouble because there is a curfew. You will immediately get in trouble. So that would be nice to get. That's going to be a lot of points, though, I bet. So 3, 8, 16, 26. OU, people ignore your annoying habits. Staring, jumping, crouching, and running no longer annoy people. I like how he's just jumping down the sidewalk. It reminds me of Morrowind. I believe it was Morrowind, where you to do your to upgrade your athletic skill or whatever skill it was called, you jumped, and so it was just the first like few hours of the game you would just jump fucking everywhere. Backstabber attacks on unaware enemies do double damage. I'm surprised this is so much further down because it's something that usually pops up earlier in other skill trees and other games I've done with stealth, but whatever. Look over there. Throwing distraction objects will cause more of a distraction, so it will attract one extra NPC and they will be distracted 50% longer. Super duper seems to be healing, so heal better. Ooh, increase in carrot, yes. Okay, so carrying capacity is very important to me because I'm a fucking hoarder and I need everything. So I definitely want that. So 13 points for that. Choke out taller enemies. Apparently the only tall people in this world are bobbies and doctors, so okay. Buffs last 100% longer when well-fed, hydrated, or rested. Which, that's great, but probably will be ignored for quite a long time. Knowing me, I'll probably focus on this stuff. Probably these two. This is what I want really fast. I'll probably get this one first, and then I'll go for this one, and then this probably won't be important until much later in the game, so I'll probably work on some of these. Oh, I missed this whole thing. It's body snatcher. Search and carry bodies faster. Drop bodies quietly. You just threw him off the fucking edge of something. You're not hiding him at all. There's gonna be people down there. What the fuck, dude? Anyways, sorry. I got... Sneak thief. Silently pick locks, jimmy windows, and search containers. Ooh, that would be nice. And especially for the +1 disarming tools. But... yeah, if I can't pick locks silently, that's going to be a pain in the fucking ass. So yeah, probably this one. Whatever, you guys don't care. I don't know why I'm taking your time up with it. Let's move on and actually play the goddamn game. You guys just end up sitting here listening to me talk like a dumbass for fucking ever. 4th October 1964, to Mr. Rupert Underhill, Station 4, from Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert, are you quite sure Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors are off at Scargill. The subsidence has been severing all sorts of connections, and the motoline must flow. I really appreciate you sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you'll manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy. Okay. What? Fuck. I even knew that was coming and it still scared the fuck out of me. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah, we search toilets in this game because we're hoarders and we need fucking everything we can possibly get our hands on. Oh no! In my other playthrough, I got a cloth out of this toilet and I fucking died laughing at the goddamn idea of making a proper suit out of a fucking literal shitty cloth. I'm so disappointed there's not one in there. Well, you guys will just have to imagine how much I laughed. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Ooh, I can drink from tap. I can drink really, really gross water from tap. Mmm, yummy water. Pill bottle. Diary of Prudence Holmes. I want to take a quick note to say the first time I played this, despite the fact that, I mean, how often can the name Prudence Holmes come up? It's a very distinct name. The first time I found this diary, I did not realize until after the first paragraph that it was the same Prudence from our office. The one who went on vacation and never came back. Was this a mistake? It seems so clever to disappear first rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they'd ever known a Prudence Holmes. Beastly Clive would take my office, and they'd forget anyone else was ever... not gonna take your office. He's after mine. Yours doesn't have a window. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house. Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. And how to deal with all these wastrels. Okay, I have no idea if I'm saying that word right. So if I'm not, just laugh. Just laugh at me being an idiot. My god, they look like something out of Dante. We chased someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we chased them out when joy made them sick, but I didn't know it was here to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We are all complicit. We know without knowing and don't want to remember, so we don't. My god, I can't wait to get to the mainland. Again, no idea if they're talking about the main European continent or if there's something else going on, because assuming this is like early access, this takes place on a bunch of little islands. And I don't think that's the normal layout of England, but I could be wrong. I really, really don't. I'm not good with geography, so.
Prudence really did run off. And she ran this way. I wonder if I'll see her again.
Fill container. I don't have a canteen. I know I don't have a canteen, and I still try anyways. Yeah.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
Okay. Him saying that sentence in a British accent was very pleasant to my ear. Odds and bobs and bits. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna craft a lockpick. Hey, I got a lockpick. I'm gonna wait to craft because I don't know what else bobby pins are used for, so on the off chance I need more, I'll wait to craft. What was I gonna do? There was something I was gonna look at real quick. Oh, what's this? Why is it flashing? Why are you flashing? What's going on? I don't know what that means. Is it because I'm getting hungry? Also, I have no idea what this means. 17 inches. What the fuck is that? Hydrated. Reduced stamina gain. Oh, you know, I bet that's minutes. I bet it's 17 minutes before this goes away, maybe? I don't know.
There we go. 3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
Oh, that's right. There's more. The quest thing is what I was going to look at, because there's little notes he makes. 8:30 a.m. Okay, the one thing I've noticed, is that the times, if you look on my upper right-hand corner, you will see that the time I got that quest was probably about the actual time that I was in game, and I think that's really cool. So October 10th at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to need to make a lockpick for this door. Good thing the salamander and I spent an entire summer breaking into houses in the Garden District. Possibly the best summer I ever had. Was that before or after the war? That's the really interesting question there. Alright. Oh, I have to hold to pick a lock. But yeah, so I hope all this reading isn't boring for you guys. I was really happy when my sister was like, I'm glad you went and took all that time on the skill trees, because I wanted to hear them all. I was like, well, thank God, at least one of the people watching
What happened to him? Or rather, who?
At least one of the people watching this is a person after my own heart. Emit joy to once per hour. Motoline, now with resublimated theomotoline, a product of Scargill Mining and Resublimation LLC. Wear safety goggles. Electro lock shocker. Sorry, dude. Ugh. You ever been? There's never anything on you. I don't know why I check. Alright, so these are brand new to the full game. These didn't exist anymore. I wonder if these are... Okay, let's do it real quick.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But they hurt the city.
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. I'll look out for... We'll look out for each other.
One thing that always confused me is it seems like Percy's older. He always looked older. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this is where... No, memory loss. Still at 0. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Maybe it just means my chance of passing out or something? Alright, it's always worth checking to see if I missed anything the first time around. So there's this. Okay, so I don't speak any German. And my sister tried to use Google Translate on it and got nowhere. But some of this you can kind of piece out. At least it seems like you can to me. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. Achtung, which I'm pretty sure is attention. Alles Torsten und nachtischen Lückenpeepers. So I would assume that's... I would assume that's something like look or something. Okay, but this is where I'm pretty sure I can piece it out. Okay, the control panel is not for poking with your finger, maybe. Or finger poking. Or grabbing, would be my guess. Otherwise, it's easy to snap the spring work, blow the fuse, and poppin' corkin' meet spitzen sparkin'. I don't know what that is not for geworken bei dumb coffin. No idea what that's supposed to be. No rubbernecking or no rubbernecking sightseeing. Keep your bloody hand in your pocket, moose. No relaxing and watch your blinking lights. Blinking lights. Again, if I'm mispronouncing it, just laugh at me because I'm a dumbass. Okay. So that's about all I can piece out of that. Thankfully, German is somewhat easy to figure out. Okay, so this is interesting, and this is something they implemented in one of the much later early accesses, but wasn't an early access. And basically what it is pneumatic stash, and as you just saw Slash in the scene, it's basically like a safe where... Okay, here's my jolly umbrella I got. So we are just going to take. Basically, it's like a safe. It's got unlimited storage, and any crafting components I hear can be used to craft. I don't think you can give them to people though. Like, for example, if on a quest people ask you for like 3 regs, for example, if you don't physically have them, if they're in the stash and they're not on you, I don't think you can give it to people, but you can use what's in the stash to craft something. So, you know, for example, I could craft myself a Project Runway style a fucking suit out of the cloth in the stash. Okay, and now comes one of my fucking favorite goddamn things ever that I've ever seen in my life in video games. Look at this. Look at this beautiful button over here. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. That's beautiful. Why don't more games have that? Look how easy that was. Boom, it's done. Other games, you're sitting there, we gotta move them one by one. Fuck that shit. They're not gonna make me do that. I play a lot of games, and I cannot even begin to tell you how fucking happy it makes me when I see little touches like that that just make a gamer's life so much easier. Oh, it's just beautiful. I just love it. It's just beautiful. My favorite things ever. Motoline, the fuel of the future. Well, somebody wasn't happy. I mean, there's one smiley face, so I guess they're not as sad as they could have been. Okay, so Diary of Theodore Minor. I look into the lights like the doctor's ordered. Oh, September 18th. I look into the lights like the doctor's ordered. I could swear I see shapes in there moving around like shadows but made of light. And there's shadows all around, always around the corner. He keeps turning lights off, says he wants to save the bulb. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. September 19th. Took 2 joys just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? Has he swapped them out for something? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? Jesus, we haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? For people who don't read a lot of fan fiction set in the UK. Paracetamol, which I am, again, probably horribly mispronouncing, and I apologize, and, you know, again, just laugh at me. Paracetamol is basically, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's an over-counter pain medication. So, for example, it would be like ibuprofen, Advil, aspirin, like that you could get here, where you just go in the store and you buy it, and it does mild pain management. But yeah, so that's what that is. September 20th. I hate when he talks in that slow, condescending voice, like I'm a child. I'm not a child, am I? I don't even know any children, obviously. Jesus, what is wrong with my joy? September 22nd. There he is, scritching away in the corner. Scribble, 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 eh, Mr. Gibbon? And then the whoosh of the pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me, what happened, isn't he? He says it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus, with his big mossy teeth. I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I get an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all fucked up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. September 25th. I can hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats. It's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat until he turns the color of my carrots he bloody well stole. He's plotting something. Oh, that's pleasant. September 28th. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, Willie. Off my joy, am I? I'm bloody well tripling up, and he knows it. October 6th. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. So that's Theodore Minor. What do you think the chances are that the asshole over here dead is going to be that guy? Nope. That's the non-crazy one, so... The question is, where... Oh... I bet he's in the little tunnel. I bet we're gonna have to deal with him in that goddamn tunnel.
The hatch looks shut. I'm gonna need a way to unlock it. There must be a switch in one of these rooms.
Well, right there, that big green mud. Track access hatch.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet.
So the tutorial's not popping up because I've done this before, but basically what this is it's a quick travel point to other ones. I unlock other ones, and then I can move between them, so it's an easy way to move between areas without having to walk the whole way. Now, that electric shock thingamajiggy that I got earlier by Rupert over here, be prepared to not see one of those again for a long time, at least in my early access games. I didn't see one for a very, very long time. Alright. Do my little BB thing held together with duct tape. You know, it just falls to the ground and disappears, and I feel like in real life I would take it and pick it up and use it for scrap. I should get scrap out of this. Right. Hey! You were not there.
We've come to the end of our time.
Oh god, I didn't equip my umbrellas. Oh, I did equip my umbrella. Is this... Okay, this is the non-lethal one. We'll do...
Come to the end of our time. We...
Stop it! Stop it! Be nice!
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Nope. Oh, he's deceased? I thought I used the umbrella that wasn't killing. No, this is the... Oh, no. Whoops, I had the lethal one equipped. My bad. Oh, see the sharp pointy thing? That's why it's lethal. I'll get used to the inventory eventually. Alright, well, I've got the non-lethal now. You know, he didn't... Ooh, oh! Oh, and now he's just twitching. Oh, thank God he stopped. Whoops! Did not mean to kill you, dude. That's my bad. I had to craft a lockpick? Oh my God! Okay, well here's a downside to the procedurally generated world. In my other playthrough that I had to start from scratch on, these were not fucking locked. Well, poop. Maybe we'll find some... so in the early access version that I played, the last one I played, it did have this part. It scared the fucking shit out of me, dude, when that guy appeared out of nowhere. It scared the mother living shit out of me. Oh, the thing that scared me over here was this asshole apparently eating carrots in the fucking grate, because there's the bathroom. Fucking knew that was coming. It scared me. This time I was prepared for this guy, though. Fuck you, dude. Oh, you're not there anymore. That's right, I moved you. But fuck you anyways. So another nice little touch that yes, more bobby pins. I need those. Another nice little touch that I really enjoy in this game. I found as I've gotten older, wakey, and thus less patient with a lot of things. One thing I have started really enjoying are the small touches in like video games or books. Oh, this is like, okay, here's another little touch. Hold V to craft lockpick and pick file cabinet lock. That's beautiful. Look at that, how easy that is. I don't have to go craft that shit. Okay, there better be something in you. Thank God. But see, the little things like that are just so nice. But another little touch that I really enjoy is that you will end up using rotten vegetables and fruit to make medicine, which is really cool because back when we first started making medicine and stuff, maybe still to this day, I honestly really don't know. Well, for example, this can be used in creating antiseptic. They really do use like that sort of stuff in medicine and chemicals and stuff. So, I don't know. I think that's a really, really great little touch. Okay, so I'm going to put this, because I don't want to accidentally eat those since they are used. I don't think this does anything. I don't think I can craft anything with that, so... Wait. Oh, I was confused as to why this was here, but I guess if you're wearing it and it's equipped, it will still pop up there. That's interesting. Alright, let's do this. Make sure there's nothing else around here. Used up a bunch of lock pits I maybe should have saved. Let's open this freaking hatch. Alright, and I think that's about the time for today. Hopefully this was more exciting than the last episode. And hopefully it wasn't too boring when I did take like 15-20 minutes to... I don't know why I keep looking around like I'm scared I missed something. I don't know why, I just feel like I must have. I hope it's not too... I hope it wasn't too boring when I looked through the menu, because it's what I did last time, and I'm trying to stick as close as possible to what I did last time. And I know it's not always possible, and I do skip some of the stuff I think got drawn out, and like that time, that menu option was a lot faster because I knew a little bit more what I was talking about. But again, like I said, I'm trying to make this as a very thorough playthrough, because I want you guys to get the full experience, and I want you to know what you're getting into. And you know what, actually, I can't remember if sleeping heals my health. Oh, well there we go. 100%. Okay. Ooh, I have to sleep for a long time to heal me. Holy God. Something interesting to note, though, if you do sleep for, say, example, 20 hours, you're going to wake up really hungry and really thirsty. So, basically, they've made it possible for you to heal that way, but it's not terribly efficient. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, so hopefully it wasn't too boring. I hope you liked the menu. I'm trying to be very thorough and let you guys in on a lot of this stuff. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but hopefully if you're still sticking with me after that first part where all I did was read newspapers for 45 minutes, hopefully you're still interested in it. But thanks for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun, and I'm really excited that you guys are here experiencing this with me. Let me know any comments, make fun of the way I say things, etc., etc., etc. And I will see you guys later. Bye!